Welcome to Narrative Notions, friends, where we talk about books, movies, TV shows, media, whatever. All opinions are on hashtag dead dove. Do not eat. I am Bianca. I do this every time. I am Bethany. That is Bianca. Bianca has little foster babies with her today. They're new ones. Um, and for today's episode, we will be talking about celebrities and influencers because there is a difference, and some of these influencers are letting fame get to their head. But before you do that, Bianca, I know you're dying to talk about the cats.
Their names are Beetle and Camel. I only have them overnight. They're 3 weeks old and they still drink from a bottle. They literally just had dinner, so I don't know why they're screaming. This one is Beetle. She looks like that. This one is Camel. She looks like that. They look the same. They're little babies. I'm gonna put them back now.
They live in a box at the moment.
They do live in a box. Because they're so small, so they need heat support. When they are this small, they cannot regulate their own temperatures. So they are on a heating pad in their box. I just fed them, just had them go to the bathroom. They eat like champs. They're little babies. You will not see them again. Also, update on High C and Fruit Punch. They went back last week. They got neutered. They have both been adopted. Very happy for them. I cried many, 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 many tears. Many tears. Also updates on me because I always
I'm going
do.
to interrupt you for a second. We didn't plan
Yes.
this, but we're matching. We're both
Oh
wearing our
my
Amy's
God.
today.
I had a feeling that was going to happen at some point. It says, I found this.
It's
It's
vibrating.
vibrating. And I
Here.
got it as a joke because Bethany is allergic to cats.
Yes.
Let's see. Update
And I love
on
the comic artist who does this.
yes.
So
Very good. I also follow him on Facebook.
mm.
Update on reading and watching list. I finished. I think the last time I said I was working on the serial killer book, I finished it. It was like 3 stars. I was kind of like whatever about it. Was it the worst thing I've ever read? No. Was it the best? Also no. I won't be continuing the series because I mostly found it boring. I finished Whispers of the Deep, the mermaid book. Again, it was all right. I thought the sci-fi stuff was cool. And then I started and finished a book by one of my mutuals on Book Talk, Kinsey Presley Hornung. And the book was called Gnaw Bone Heartstrings. And it was supposed to be about zombies, and it's like a horror romance. And then it turned into gods. It was actually really cool, and I really enjoyed it. A lot of people said that it was very weird that it went that way, but it was such an unexpected turn, and I loved it. It was great. Currently reading, I started The Deep by Nick Cutter. I've read his book, The Troop. Super, super, super gory, nasty, nasty horror. This one is about the world has a pandemic of a disease called the gets like forget, because people start to forget like little things and then bigger things, and then they forget how to eat and how to breathe, and it's basically like accelerated like Alzheimer's. um and they're looking for the cure in the ocean, and it's like this slimy goo creature thing that can fix people. I'm
Creepy.
also reading an arc by one of my best buddies on Book Talk. Her name is Haley Blackwood. I've known her for like 2 years now, and she wrote her debut novel called Love Letters and Thirst Tonics, and it's about vampires. And Bethany, you probably would like it because there is a biting kink.
Oh yeah.
I think it's really cute. The cover art is adorable. I'm not done with it yet. I'm probably about 80 something percent in, but I think it's adorable. I think it's a very good debut novel, and I'm very proud of her for doing the damn thing. It releases, I think, next week.
Cool.
Watching, I finished season 2 of The Ultimatum. Everybody's fucking stupid. Absolutely everybody. I started and finished the 4 episodes that are available for Bridgerton season 3. I'm loving it. And I think that's all I got.
You're watching Heartland.
I'm watching Heartland. I'm 8 episodes in, and after this episode is done, I will be going and watch. I say after this episode is done. After we're done filming this episode, I will be going and watching more. I really enjoy it. I think it's funny. Matt's actually paying attention to it as well as I talk
Really?
about it and as I watch. Yes, he's been asking me questions. He's like, so like, what's going on? Who's this guy? That guy's an asshole. And I told him like how upset I got about like a couple of the plot points, like Ben literally beating the shit out of his horse. Like I cried. And the blind boy riding the horse. And it just, oh my God. You guys, we know, okay? I work in an animal shelter. I love dogs and cats. I love horses almost as much as I love dogs and cats because I used to do competitive barrel racing when I was a kid. I have a deep, deep respect for horses. I love them very much. I think they're very beautiful, intelligent creatures. And I do not understand people that mistreat them. For my friends on Spotify, Clarence is currently at the door smacking at it. You can see his little paws. He doesn't want me to talk about the horses. He wants me to talk about him. He's mad that he's not in here because little beanie weenies cannot meet big cats. They are babies. They're only 3 weeks old. They barely have any ears. So yeah, they cannot meet them, unfortunately.
I
So yeah,
was
I
the
love
one who told her
horses.
to watch Heartland.
Yes, she says she doesn't remember it, but literally she told
I
me
don't,
years
but
ago.
that's why I
Years
don't remember
ago.
it because it's been years. I gave up.
So I was like, nah, I'm not really into it. But like, I love cowboy romance books. So I was like, okay, I'll watch the cowboy show. And I really like it. Are there some stupid things because it was in 2007? Yeah.
Yeah,
The
yeah,
original iPod, dog. They still had dial up. I was like, damn, it's
yeah,
fine. Holy
yeah.
shit.
I would also like to
Yeah.
throw it out there that I as well did barrel racing as a kid. Well, preteen, I guess, is more like it. Um, I don't know if I've ever mentioned that on the podcast before.
I don't think
So,
so.
but we're on the topic of it now, so yeah.
Horses, man. People mistreating horses makes me cry my fucking eyeballs out.
It's horrible.
I don't understand.
Mm-mm,
People don't deserve horses. Black
mm-mm.
Beauty, I have talked about, is one of my favorite books to ever grace this earth. And I was telling Bethany that I see videos on TikTok every now and then of people in competitions doing hurdle jumping and everything. Like apparently there are like rules about like punishing your horse. Like there are areas on the green where you can punish your horse if they're not doing what you want them to, and there won't be any points taken off. So they have to go into these zones. And I see people like pulling up on the bridle and putting the necks in an unnatural position. And it's like them punishing them to get them to obey what they want. And it's like they are living, breathing beings with intelligence. And you do this to them. And why the fuck are you allowed to do that?
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
on TV. I don't get it. It makes
yeah,
me want to cry.
yeah. It depends on how far you get into Heartland. I'm assuming if you continue to like it, there is one particular episode, I think it's in season 11, that is going to be pretty rough.
Everything
So,
is rough. Everything
yeah.
is rough. God. They're like, yeah, she used to ride with a blind boy. And I was like, oh my God, she used to ride with a blind boy.
Talking about it, you're gonna make me rewatch it. Because I mean, and it's still on TV, like it's still airing. So,
Oh, I didn't know that.
oh yeah, it's like Grey's Anatomy. It's not dying. However, Heartland stays quality.
Okay, okay. Probably
So,
because it's in Canada and not here in the fuck ass States.
that's true. That is very true. Okay. My updates, because that's a thing. I am almost done with Duet with Siren Duke. I haven't updated it on Goodreads just because I forgot, but I'm almost done with it. I will update it when I finish it. Leave me alone. Um, don't know what I'm gonna read next. I'll figure it out. We'll see how I'm feeling. I'm a vibe reader sometimes. Watching, I actually just binge watched a K-drama today that made me so sad, but it was so good. And it's called Love for Love's Sake. And basically, it's about this guy who gets like transported into this video game. And he's like living out this life, and he has to complete this mission to make this other character happy. And he has like 300 days to do it. But it turns out that the guy is actually dead. And he was put into this alternate world by the Grim Reaper, I guess, to make him see the value of his life because he unalived himself. So he hoped that by loving someone else, he would learn to love himself. It sounds wild, and it is, but it's actually really sweet. I love it.
That is very, very similar to an anime movie called Colorful.
Oh,
It made me cry my eyeballs out, but very similar to a movie called Colorful. Extremely sad. You should check that out.
I will make note of it. All
Again,
right.
for my friends on Spotify, I'm pulling out blocking boards for some granny squares. I bought them because the really crappy one I made out of a block of wood and some nails just was not cutting it anymore, and I need it to actually work.
I was about to say, why are you pulling out jumbo puzzle pieces? But all right. I think you were the one who put this on the podcast list, so I want to know what your thoughts on it, because I'm pretty sure you were the one who put celebrities versus influencers. So I want to hear your thoughts and what made you put it on the list.
Celebrities versus influencers. So I say that there is like a clear distinction between what makes a
Yeah.
celebrity and what makes an influencer. I have my own
Yeah.
thoughts on what does. And like
Mm.
who is a celebrity versus who is an influencer, who's trying to be a celebrity but is very obviously an influencer.
Yeah.
Um, and influencers who could be celebrities. Um, so I think of celebrities like they're household names. People know
Mm.
who they are just in regular conversation. Celebrities are movie stars, okay? Musicians, fucking models, okay? People know who they are. They know who they are. All
Yeah.
right. They have some shit under their belt. They obviously have money. They're classy, they're dignified. They don't need public approval to gain stardom and make money.
Yeah.
Influencers, it's typically on Instagram or TikTok, and they think of themselves as celebrities, and they're not because they're not
Yeah.
household names. They
Hmm.
completely rely on like social media to boost their following, to boost their popularity, to make their money. A lot of them
Yeah.
are not in movies, and if they are in movies or are doing music, it's really bad,
Yeah.
i.e.,
Yeah.
Addison Rae.
Yeah. Oh dear. Oh dear. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Do I like a couple of Addison Rae's songs? Yes, I do. Because I'm easily pleased and I think they
Hmm.
sound fun. Whatever. But she is obviously an influencer. She's been in a couple movies. Her acting is terrible. They want
Yeah.
to get out of the mold of being an influencer, but they just cannot to
Yeah.
become a celebrity.
Yeah. For me, I see like I don't want to say that like being an influencer is like the easy route because it's not. But compared to how celebrities got into their stardom and their fame, it kind of is the easy route
Hmm.
because the celebrities they went through it the hard way. They had to find managers and agents and they had to audition and they had to do all these different things to
Tapes and
yeah.
a lot
And
of them
so
have to have like a very particular image,
yeah.
especially with how stardom used to be. You had
Yeah.
to look a certain way, you had to weigh a certain amount, blah, 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 blah.
Yeah. So they had to do it from the very rock bottom. They had to start from the bottom. So all these A-list celebrities, even like the B and the C-listers, they are pretty well known because they worked for it and they had to. Whereas influencers, once you find your niche, once you find something that makes you go viral, that's all it takes.
Yeah.
You do have to keep up with it and you have to keep up like this image that you create for yourself, but that's not it's compared to how celebrities all get their start. It's easy.
And like, now obviously this is minus Nepo babies. We're
Yeah.
not talking about Nepo babies.
Yeah.
Um, because can, we're talking about people that like made it from the ground up. Can I think of
Yeah.
anyone that it probably Pedro Pascal?
Yeah.
That motherfucker just be
Um
doing it. Um, but yeah, like minus Nepo babies, but like with celebrities, they do these auditions and everything, and for different roles, they have to look
yeah.
different. Like fucking Christian Bale getting huge, buff, gigantic for Batman, and then for his movie,
There's also Johnny Depp who just shapeshifts
exactly.
just
Christian
straight up.
Bale movie. The Machinist,
Mm.
excuse me. Mechanic, machinist, same fucking thing. Um, so he literally lost like 40, 50 pounds, looked like skin and bones, was
Yeah.
practically dying.
Yeah.
Um, I know for like roles, Chris Hemsworth has said that before like shirtless scenes, he would have to like dehydrate himself for days to be as cut as physically possible. So when he was on set, he thought he was going to pass out and die.
Yeah.
Do influencers need to do that on TikTok? No.
No.
Now, granted, should fucking actors have to do that?
No.
No. But hot bodies sell. Whatever. I'm a fan of dad bods. Um, and like having to change your hair, they feel the pressure to get plastic surgery and veneers. I hate veneers.
Dude, they're so creepy.
I think they're ugly. They all look the same and they're ugly. Like, what? We shouldn't all have the same teeth. It's
Yeah.
ugly.
Yeah. Um, and then, we also have to talk like, because I know you mentioned models in there. Models have it hard, dude. Have you
If they
seen,
don't make weight, woo,
dude, have you seen videos of influencers walking runways?
and they're fucking, and they're
They're so,
stiff,
I
and they
know.
like
Or they,
like a classic like supermodel walk. It's like the wah, like the
yeah,
feet in front of each other, and you see like it swings like fucking Shalom Harlow. Like that bitch was it. She still is it, but that bitch was it. Nobody is ever gonna do it like Shalom Harlow. And then like influencers like fucking oh my God. Have you seen Manny MUA on the runway? And he
Yes.
and his ass was out and he
And
had
they're
on
doing
like
all
that
these
ugly
weird, like
you're
super
like
extravagant poses.
stop it.
You're
Show
not supposed
don't
to do that.
tell.
Yeah.
It's ugly.
Like, I
Like I
get it. You're on
get
a
you're
runway and you want
excited,
the attention and all that, but come on. They're not looking at you, they're looking at the clothes anyway.
but they just don't seem to get that. Like they can try. They sure can try. And I commend them for trying and being excited and like,
Yeah.
oh my God, I'm on a runway. But it falls flat and it just doesn't do it for me.
Yeah. And I mean, that's totally fair, dude, because it's not good.
It's not.
No.
Like
Now,
Victoria's
I
Secret models, dude. Oh my God.
I know.
Have you seen like their audition stuff? Like they have to be a certain weight.
Yes.
They have to like starve themselves essentially to death.
Yeah, like their
Uh,
measurements have to be like exact
and
to a
they have
point.
like constant tests. And if they
Yeah.
don't make it, they will be kicked. Especially for the fantasy bras, like the
Hmm.
$1 million bras, you got to be on it to wear that fucking $1 million bra.
Yeah.
Which I mean, yeah, it's a fucking $1 million bra, I would expect, but I know a lot of people were really upset about Victoria's Secret um the fashion show that they do becoming inclusive. They're like, "Oh, everybody's fat and they're in wheelchairs. La, la, la. They're angels. They're meant to look like nobody else." Maybe other people want to feel like angels too.
Yeah.
Maybe. Do I get it? I mean, my little gay heart once upon a time watched the Victoria's Secret fashion show every single year. Okay? I love some titties. Um Now, did they have a whole lot of it going on? No, because they were fucking stick figures and your girl likes her women thick.
Yeah.
Um but it was lingerie on TV. Of course I was going to watch it. I was 16. Leave me alone.
Got those teenage hormones.
The teenage hormones.
Yeah. I mean, it is, I mean, it's good that like runways are being more inclusive now and they're being, I don't want to say they're being lenient with their expectations because like even some of the like plus size models, they're still very picky about them
Mm-hmm.
from what I've seen.
Like
So
they
that's
only want Ashley Graham
yeah. And they have to be like this one like very specific like
body
uh
type.
yeah. And
It's
it's
like
it's
you can't be plus size and have a belly. You can't be
yeah.
plus size and have small boobs. It's like no, you gotta if you're gonna be plus size, you gotta have the hourglass and you gotta have the boobs and you gotta have the butt. And it's like that's not how bodies work.
Yeah.
At least not most people's bodies anyway.
Yeah. Don't you love beauty standards?
Absolutely. They're my
Yeah.
favorites. So yeah,
Who
celebrities go through a lot,
yeah.
man.
Yeah. Who was some of the celebrity or influencers that you were saying could possibly be celebrities? I'm interested by that.
Brittany Broski.
Fair.
Now, I will explain. I have a pin. I'm pinning my granny squares. I feel that if Brittany Broski keeps up with it, she could be an actual celebrity. I think that she could do acting. I have heard her sing in snippets. She does actually have a very pretty voice. I think that mainly though the brand of celebrity that she could be is specifically like a comedian,
Hmm.
and like hosting shows like maybe SNL or something. Like if she really keeps with it because she is a fucking hilarious person, but she also seems to have media training, like PR training, She knows when to keep her mouth shut, and I will get into that in a second. But she is also well spoken and very sophisticated. And I think that comes from her time as working as an insurance agent. So she has really good customer service skills. So she
Yeah.
knows how to talk to people. She knows how to sell herself, and she knows when to shut up. And with that, influencers who cannot be celebrities, Tana Mojo,
Yeah.
Tana
Agreed.
Mojo,
Hard agree.
she is firmly an influencer. And I think she has tried to get out of that mold because she did do music with Bella Thorne, and Bella Thorne dragged her down. Speaking of Bella Thorne, I have things in the air that I'm remembering to come back to. Did you see her pictures from that damn red carpet that just happened?
Yes.
And she doesn't look dirty and
I
greasy.
know.
She's got meat on her bones and big old boobies, and she doesn't look like she's on drugs. What? Um, but yes, Tana Mojo, she firmly an influencer, and I bring her up because with Brittany knowing when to shut up, Tana on her podcast, whatever the fuck it's called, I don't remember, canceled. She Did you see this where she was talking about her and Brittany's texts?
No.
Well, she went on the podcast with a couple other people and was talking about how she invited Brittany to the podcast. And Brittany said no. And Brittany was smart for saying no because then Tana aired out their fucking text messages and absolutely vilified her. All the people on that podcast were talking about her. And that is exactly why Brittany did not want to go on it, because she didn't want to get fucking canceled.
Yeah.
And she knew that they would be like disrespectful in person. She
Yeah.
knows when to keep her nose out of shit.
Yeah. Well, that reminds me of Logan Paul, Jake Paul, whichever one did the interview with Liam Payne on their podcast. Um,
I think.
was it Logan?
Oh shit, I don't know.
It was one of the
I
Paul
get
brothers.
them mixed up.
Me too. They're both awful, so I like it doesn't really matter.
They're white men.
But I saw an interview later with I think it was Louis. It was either Louis or Zane. I think it was Louis though. He was saying they were addressing the podcast interview with Liam and one of the Paul brothers. And Louis was like, I don't know who these Paul brothers, who like this Paul guy thinks he is, but he knows how to push buttons and he knew exactly which buttons to push to get Liam to say things that like he probably either didn't mean or didn't mean to say. So,
Oh
because
yeah, and I
like,
think that Tana does the same thing. And she
yeah,
dated one of them. Weren't they
yeah,
engaged? I don't remember
something
which
like
one it
that.
was, but they were engaged.
Yeah. So like it's so I mean it's just annoying when that happens and like I don't I haven't kept up with much of One Direction these days now that they've separated and I'm an adult, but I still listen to their music. Hey. Um but like I do watch interviews when they come up on TikTok and stuff, and as of right now, they all seem really chill with each other. Like they've grown up, they've moved past whatever it is happened, and they're chilling. Like they're fine with each other now. Um,
And
so I
yet,
don't
in interviews, people just like to push and push and push. And
they
I saw some
yeah.
stuff about Larry Stylinson again, and someone
Oh,
asking
me
Louis about
too.
it. And it's like, can y'all shut the fuck up at this point?
Yeah.
So what if they were gay? I'm not saying they were, but so what if they were? Why the
Yeah.
fuck do you care? It's 2024.
Yeah.
They broke up when? 2015?
Something like that. Oh
Something
my
like that.
God.
Damn.
It's almost been 10 years. Jesus Christ. Good God, we're old.
Maybe just a little bit.
Maybe just a little bit. Um, there was another point that I had that I forgot. But oh, Influencers on red carpets.
Did you see the thing about Haley Bailey, the TikTok star, at the
Yes, I
Met
blocked her.
Gala? I didn't follow her to begin with.
Me neither, but I blocked
I
her
saw
anyway.
like stitches come up of it, and she's
Hmm.
like, "Let them eat cake," and it's like, "Are you
Yeah.
dumb?
Yeah. Yeah.
Are you stupid?" Like, I don't. Influencers on red carpets just irritate me because,
They
again, you
annoy
can
me
tell
so
they've got
much.
like no fucking PR, media,
Yeah.
anything training. They just look like a bunch of dangle doofs out there.
Yeah. You know what I really love? And I just like I love I love seeing people kind of like I love seeing spoiled people kind of like humiliate themselves. So
Yeah.
like these influencers who have really big egos and they think they're all that and they get upset when they are only on the red carpets for interviews and they're not going into the actual event.
Hmm.
I saw one I saw one a while ago, it may have been like a month or two ago, and she was pitching a fit. She was upset that they did not let her into the actual venue after doing hours of interviews with celebrities on the red carpet. And she was like, I spent so much time doing these interviews. I deserve to go into this event thing. And I'm like, no. Are you up for any of the awards in there? Were you invited to this thing? No.
Do you know who that was?
I don't. I will have to find it and I will let you know.
Um, I'm not a fan of Emma Chamberlain. Um, to be honest with you, she's one of the influencers whose faces I find punchable. Like, I don't like looking at her, but I think that she's very respectful and I think she's got good chemistry with
Yeah.
people when she's doing her interviews for the Met Gala. I think it was her. She had a really, really good dress because normally when influencers are on the red carpet for like the Met Gala specifically, they always fuck up their outfits
Yeah.
and they don't fit the theme and they're ugly and you can tell that it's literally just a brand deal thing, which, disappoints me because an obvious celebrity, Jennie from Blackpink, that bitch is never on theme. She's always wearing the most basic ass shit. She looks like a dumbass. It's literally just because fucking I don't know, Chanel is like I I don't know who actually dresses her. I have no clue. But like Chanel is like, "Oh, we want to advertise this dress. We're gonna make so much money." And then she looks like an idiot because
Yeah.
you're not on theme. Don't
Yeah.
go to the fucking Met Gala if you are not going to be on theme.
Yeah.
Get out of my face.
I mean, there's a lot of celebrities that don't get the theme of the Met Gala, but also the Met Gala has really dubious themes anyway,
The one
most of the
this year
time.
was pretty damn solid.
That one was
How do
straightforward, yeah.
you fuck it up? Wear
I
some
th
flowers.
there's no excuse for that one, but
Do
the
something with
ones
clocks. Anything. Anything that's not a fucking plain black tux. Come on.
yeah.
You bore
But
me.
I will always love Zendaya's Cinderella
Oh my gosh.
dress for
Her
the Met
look
Gala
this
that she
year,
did.
fucking,
I
she pulled it
know.
out. She said,
She is
uh-huh.
she's always on theme. I love her.
Always.
Love it. Amazing. I just love Zendaya.
I mean, yeah.
If no one
Um,
knows me, I love Zendaya. She is my hall pass. If for whatever reason I ever meet Zendaya, I will fling myself at her.
yes. Now that right there is a
I will
celebrity.
grab Tom Holland and I will throw him out of my way. Thank you.
Yes. I
I
would
love
take
Tom
both of
Holland.
them.
I want Zendaya.
I would take both of them at the same time. Um, Zendaya is very, very, very firmly a
Oh yeah.
celebrity. Now,
Yeah.
also, celebrities that come from stupid ass situations and then rise above, like fucking Disney Channel stars.
Yeah.
Like with Disney specifically, basically everyone that's come out of Disney has ended up on drugs or in jail for grand larceny and
At least the early Disney days. I
burglary.
think some of them nowadays are
Yeah,
getting therapy
you
at
know,
the very
but
least.
like the early Disney days, like Miley Cyrus went through like some rough ass shit, my dude.
Yeah.
I think the only ones from the earlier days that like are unscathed right now are Hilary Duff and
Yeah.
Zendaya. Zendaya came
Yeah.
from a stupid ass dancing show. And now look at her. She is one of the biggest actresses
Yeah.
in the whole world. She's got range on range on range. She's
She,
beautiful. She's
yeah.
amazing.
And have you seen like modeling pictures that she's done? If celebrities are
She could
lucky
be a
that
model.
yeah, and like she's a very great singer too. So celebrities are lucky that she is not doing all three.
She's a triple threat.
She is. She would throw everybody off the charts, and they need to recognize how lucky they are that Zendaya was like, "No, I'll just stick to acting."
And she'd be whooping ass at that. I want to see the
Mm,
Challengers movie.
mm.
We know I like the sexual movies.
I know
They're
you were having a
fun.
blast last night with Anne Hathaway.
We watched The Idea of You, and I fucking loved it. I was like, oh my God, oh my God. Oh my God. It was great. It was amazing. I actually really liked it. That was a good rom-com, if I'm being completely honest.
It
You
was
can
good.
say
I
whatever
liked it,
you
yeah.
want. I enjoyed it. And that's
She
all
was
that
having the
fucking
time of her life.
I
But also, Anne
I
Hathaway is another celebrity.
Anne Hathaway. Anne Hathaway's as a celebrity as it gets, dog. You
Oh,
wish you
yeah.
could be in a room with Anne Hathaway.
I, I wish. I wish.
So Anne Hathaway is firmly, firmly a celebrity. She also can do it all. Apparently she can sing. Had no idea. Um,
I mean, she was
she,
in Les Mis.
well, I didn't know it was like actually her singing. Because sometimes they don't do that.
That's true.
Uh, so she is what everyone should aspire to be. And she
Yeah.
felt like doing a silly, cute little rom-com about a Harry Styles fanfic, and she had fun with it. I'm sure she was laughing her ass off the whole time because you know what? Why not? So
Oh,
yes, Anne
yeah.
Hathaway is definitely the celebrity that everyone should strive to be. Other influencers that could be celebrities. Well, influencers who did become celebrities, I can think of two.
I
Um,
was trying to think of some, but I couldn't. But maybe if you give me
I have two
examples.
specifically. Shawn
Mm,
Mendes.
true. I forgot about him.
He's the only one that made it out of Magcon boys.
Yeah.
He
I don't
started,
even know what the rest of them are doing.
Nash has two kids now, too, with a TikTok influencer named, no. No, that's Lucky Blue Smith is married to Nara Smith, who does weird ass, like, homestead cooking shit. I
Mm,
don't know, man. Lucky Blue Smith, for those of you that don't know, was a very popular model back in the mid 2010s. He was big on Tumblr, big on Tumblr. Fucking Lucky Blue Smith. Also, their kids' names are stupid. I don't know what they are, but I know they're stupid. Let's see. Lucky Blue Smith. We're going off on a tangent because that's just what I do. What are his kids' names? Good gracious alive. He's got three of them. Whimsy Lou, Rumble Honey, and Slim Easy. This,
Why are they naming their children after whose?
like, it reminds me of Nick Cannon's kids' names, which we're now
Yeah.
going to pull up because if you didn't know them, you need to know them.
He's got like what, 13 of them?
A fucking whole lot of them. He's got 12. He's got 12. Um, let's look at all of their names. Good gracious alive. So with Mariah Carey, he has Moroccan and Monroe. He's probably got like 6 baby mamas. He also has Golden Sagon and Rise Messiah, Powerful Queen, Zion Mixolydian,
What?
Zion Mixolydian. That's 2 names.
Oh.
That's like first name and middle name.
Mm.
Zillion Heir,
Oh my God.
like heir to a throne. Zillion Heir,
Mm.
Beautiful Zeppelin,
Mm.
Legendary Love, Onyx Ice. The son that passed is Zen. He passed at 5 months old.
Mm.
And Halo Marie. Now I want to say, oh no, this was updated on April 30th, 2024. So no, he hasn't had any babies since 2022. Maybe
Huh.
he's done.
I doubt
I
it.
highly doubt it. He is trying to repopulate the earth, even though we're already overpopulated. He wants the next generation to be entirely made up of his offspring
About to say
and
he's
his
building
offspring's
his own
offspring.
like sports team.
Like, is the guy starting a cult or what? My goodness gracious alive. Zillion
I wouldn't
Air,
be surprised.
Zion
Zillionaire.
Mixolydian. Who comes up with that?
And Nick Cannon?
I Nick Cannon does not feel like a celebrity to me.
No.
He's like a D-list celebrity.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
he hosts like America's Got Talent and he used
Hmm.
to do Wild 'N Out. Um, but I don't think he actually has any talent. He just is quote unquote famous. But like if I could call him an influencer, I would. Technically, he is a
Yeah.
celebrity. He was married to Mariah Carey for fucking corn's sake.
Yeah.
How do you fumble Mariah Carey? Fuck. Celebrities that should be demoted to influencers. Nick Cannon is one of those. Chris Pratt is
I love
another.
yes, yep. Yep. I think everyone agrees with Chris Pratt.
Chris Pratt is icky.
Mm.
If you don't know why, go do some research. I'm not going to get into that.
Yeah.
He's got some shit going on with animals and special needs kids, and those are 2 things very close to my heart. Chris Pratt can kiss my white ass.
And
Um,
there's nothing more to say about that.
that's it. Other celebrities that should be demoted to influencers. Oh, I got off on a tangent. Shawn Mendes. This is what I do. Shawn Mendes, he made it out of the trenches. He started on Vine. For y'all motherfuckers that are young and don't know what Vine is, it was the TikTok of its time. Vine walked so TikTok could run.
Yeah.
I loved Vine. But yes, Magcon boys were a group of boys on Vine who got very famous for being pretty and also being basic and white.
They were the O2L of Vine.
They were the O2L of Vine. Like O2L witches, they were the Magcon boys. These dudes were doing tours
Yeah.
and just entertaining 14-year-old girls with nothing but being pretty. They couldn't sing, they couldn't act, they couldn't dance. They literally were just attractive. Now, granted, I did find Cameron Dallas quite attractive.
Yeah, I
He
did too.
he he had a nice face. He had a nice face. I thought his videos were funny.
Yeah.
Sean has always been really cute. Sean was the only one with any actual talent, and he did singing videos on Vine, and he managed to literally crawl his way out of the fucking ditches of the war.
He was in
And
the trenches.
he was in the trenches. He made a name for himself. Has he kind of shot himself in the foot because he dated Camila Cabello? Yeah. because nobody
Yeah.
likes that bitch. She's one that needs to be demoted to an influencer. I literally can't fucking stand her ass. I don't even like looking at her. I don't think she's talented. I fucking hate her singing voice. She sounds like she's singing straight out of her nostrils. She was a bitch in Fifth Harmony. She always acted like she was like the center of attention. They always were like focused on her. That bitch can't fucking dance.
Was
She ain't
she
got
the
no
one
rhythm.
was she the one that went to like rehab for like racism or something like that?
Yes,
Yeah.
and admitted it. And she's still famous. What the fuck is that? Is she really famous? No. But like, she's trying to come out with more music. Like her fucking new song. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. Like, shut up. Shut up.
Yeah.
Stop when the going's still
You
good.
you need to watch the Cinderella movie on Prime with
I
Camila Cabello.
refuse. I don't even want to look at her that long. I didn't like her in Fifth Harmony. Like, she couldn't dance. She has no rhythm. Did anybody in Fifth Harmony know how to dance and have rhythm? No, not really.
Nope.
Normani definitely tried.
Yeah.
She tried. And then she came out with her one really good song and then shot herself in the foot, and her solo career is gone. Camila
What
Cabello
did she
literally couldn't get
do?
away from
I
me.
forgot what Normani did.
She came out with a song
Oh, yeah.
and then died. I mean, she's alive,
Just-
obviously, but like she fell
yeah.
off the face of the earth. Like her career is gone. I don't know if she can pick it back up. She could have been something. She could
Yeah.
have. She does have talent. But Fifth Harmony was a damn mess. It was a mess.
I love the videos of them from like far away of them on stage and they're all doing their own damn thing. They're
Yes,
not even in
there's
the
no
same like universe.
choreography. They don't have the same rhythm. They're dancing to different
No.
beats. Can't none of them dance at all. They're literally doing their own thing. And like the thing is, with making boy and girl groups, they gotta have some chemistry, but you also gotta let them know, hey, this is a cohesive, like family unit, man. You
It's
gotta
a group
work with each
project.
other. You could tell that none of them liked each other,
Oh
and
yeah.
they all thought that they were the center of attention. So
Yeah.
like Camila, she would like constantly be like louder than the others and
Yeah.
like singing over everyone, and Allie
They
would
would
try to
straight
do
up
that.
bully each other in interviews too.
Dinah hated everybody. It was like a whole thing. And then like their outfits on the red carpet. Oh my God. Oh, it looked like they were all going to different events.
I
Why are you
know.
wearing jeans and you're wearing a ball gown in the same picture? What
Yeah.
is this?
And you know what I really find funny about like the Fifth Harmony days is that a lot of the times they really try to compare themselves or like other people try to compare them to like Little Mix. But if you look at Little
There's
Mix,
no
there's no way.
There's no comparison at
There's
all.
no
Did I love Fifth Harmony? Yes. I still
Oh yeah.
unironically listened to their music before
Same.
Camila left because they decided after Camila left that everyone was just going to drop everything and no one wanted to put any fucking effort into their music.
Yeah.
So it sucked. Um, but I still listen to their other albums very regularly. Reflection
Yeah.
is a work of art. Um,
I will scream Sledgehammer anytime it comes on.
I tell you what, Miss Moving On. Let's go.
Dude.
But yes, Little Mix, they deserve their stardom, except for Jessie. Fuck you, Jessie. Did you know that she is a white woman?
I found out that she was a white woman.
This whole time I thought she was mixed or something.
Me
No, I
too.
saw a video that was like, no, she is literally a British white woman and she's just getting darker and darker and darker. She is straight up black fishing.
Mm.
Straight up. I was like, what the fuck? Girl, you had us fooled for how many years?
She had everybody fooled.
Like Fifth Harmony, demote their asses to influencers. Little Mix, other than Jessie, they deserve to be celebrities. Perry's doing amazing. She had her baby.
Yeah.
I want to say
Happy for
Jade
her.
is having a baby too. Uh,
I know Leanne had a baby.
Everybody's having babies.
Because Perry and Leanne were pregnant at the same time.
Okay, so it wasn't Jade. Amazing. Um, Back to Shawn Mendes again. He made it out. The other Magcon boys, Nash Greer, everyone just liked his eyes. But like I will never ever forgive him for being like women can't have body hair. They need to shave their arms for me to touch them. What is that? It was 2014, my guy, and you think that you can just say that on the internet? No.
Dude.
Um, who the fuck else was in it? Taylor Caniff. He popped back up on TikTok. I think I sent it to you. He got chunky. He got chunky,
Oh, yeah,
and I
yeah.
think he said he was doing something for a while. I think he got on drugs really bad. I think he went to rehab. I could definitely be wrong. Please don't quote me on this. But I think that he got on drugs and he went to rehab, and I think he just has like a regular business now, and now he just like kind of fiddle farts on TikTok for shits and giggles, but I don't think he like expects anything out of it. But like back in the day, man, that motherfucker was he thought he was all that in a bag of chips, and I did not like him. Did I like his song Buck Wild? Yes. Do I listen to it every couple of years? Yes. We go party Buck Wild. Buck Wild.
Okay.
Buck
I
Wild.
clearly did not pay a whole lot of attention to the Magcon boys because I do not recognize half of these names. So there's Taylor Caniff,
Yep.
Nash,
Yep.
Cameron, Jack
Yep.
Johnson,
Yeah, Jack and
Matthew
Jack.
Espinosa. I remember
Matthew
Jack and
was the
Jack.
one that had, oh my God, I can picture his face. He had like light skinned Bieber hair, like the
Yeah,
cloth.
yeah. Aaron Carpenter, Sean.
Uh, I don't think I remember what Aaron Carpenter looked like. White. Um,
Carter Reynolds.
yeah, he looked like the dollar store version of Kian Lawley. How am I
uh,
remembering these people? Oh God.
Jacob Whitesides.
Uh, he Who did he date? He dated B Miller. He dated B Miller for a little bit and he broke her heart. I
Did
don't
he?
remember what he looks like.
And then they're putting Mahogany Locks on here with
Yeah.
the list of the
She
Metcon boys. So
she was always touring with them because she was their DJ or some shit. And
mm,
she was always involved in their videos and everything. And back in the day, people used to call her slut 'cause they thought that they ran a train on her.
I remember that. Yeah.
Would I doubt that they did? No, to be completely honest with you. But yeah, Jack Johnson and then Jack, whatever the hell the other one's last name is, Jack and Jack.
I
They're
remember
on
Jack and
TikTok.
Jack. I never paid attention to their last names.
Yeah. I know that Jack, the hot one, because there is a distinction. Jack, the hot one, dated Madison Beer.
Mm,
Yes, Madison Beer. Um, and I think he cheated on her, if I'm being honest. They're kind of floating. I saw them on TikTok recently because I think they had some shit go down with like one of their really popular songs and it got taken off of Spotify or something, so they
mm.
re-recorded it. They took a book out of Taylor's they took a page out of Taylor's book, and they
I took a
re-recorded
book
their
out of
shit.
Taylor's page.
Yeah, they took a book out of Taylor's page. So yeah, Madcon Boys, n those motherfuckers are influencers, except for Shawn Mendes. That's
Yeah.
it. That's it.
Now, I I know Madison Beer is a singer and she got
Yes.
famous from Justin Bieber, right?
That I don't know.
I'm pretty sure it was her.
I don't know how she got famous. I just know she
I
can
know,
sing.
yeah, I know Justin found some female artist. Was she ever an influencer? I can't remember if she was. I don't think she was.
I
I
don't
think she
think
just
so, but
made
I could
singing
be
videos on
wrong.
YouTube.
Yeah, probably.
But
We don't do our research. We just be winging
we,
it.
we really don't. I do know she's very pretty.
She is very pretty. There was a big, huge controversy that she got plastic surgery, and it's like, okay, she's gonna do what the fuck she wants. She was
Yeah.
already beautiful, and she be
Yeah.
dating down. But
She really does be dating down.
that one dude that was like yelling at her outside, and she's like crying her eyes out, and I'm like, Mama, he looks like the bottom of a fucking shoe. Ew.
She
Um,
has the best like side profile ever.
Shut up. Ugh, she's beautiful. She is so beautiful. I can't even look at her. Another influencer who became a celebrity, Troye Sivan. We've talked about him before.
Yep. Yeah.
He was one of the OG influencers. Like, we're not even
Oh
talking
yeah.
fucking Instagram or TikTok. We're talking YouTube.
Yeah.
And he managed to make a music career. Now, he was fairly famous in Australia for his singing. He went on like competition shows and stuff,
Mhm.
and was on TV very regularly. And then he started YouTube and then got really popular for his The Fault in Our Stars song, and then was doing like vlogs and like challenges and stuff. And then he came out, and then he kind of like dipped off for a little bit, and then he started coming out with music that was fairly popular, like on Tumblr and stuff. And with like the kids that really liked like the British YouTubers and the Australian YouTubers.
Yeah.
Um, and now he's like famous. Not like super, super,
Yeah.
super famous, but he's like decently famous, I would
Yeah.
say. Definitely his newer music has like, I
Yeah.
mean, he did a collab with Ariana Grande.
Oh.
You
And he got
wish.
Ross Lynch in his music video.
That man's famous. He dug himself out of the trenches with his
Props
little
to
gay
them.
piano fingers.
They made it. They made it.
They made it.
His song Blue will always be my favorite. I love it.
Yes. I still really love Happy Little Pill.
Me too.
I'm a big like dance music
I
fan. I like
I
when
listened.
sad songs are upbeat. I can
Yeah.
do it with a broken heart. I was like, oh, this is a manic episode. I like this.
I love it. I really like Angel Baby. That's one of his other ones that I really like. It's a good one.
Matt's not a big fan of it because it's very repetitive, and I'm over here like, Angel, you're my baby, Angel, Angel, baby, Angel, you're my baby, Angel, Angel, baby. I'm like, yeah, I love it. Um, and of course, it's like every couple episodes I mention one of your girls. That really, everyone was like, damn, he's beautiful. Can you do drag again, sir? I want to see it. Show it to me, Rachel. Please, please send it to me, Rachel. I want to see it. Send it to me, Rachel, please. More influencers that could not be actual celebrities, the Paul brothers. I know Jake
Oh yeah.
Paul and Logan Paul, they be trying to fight people and make themselves famous. A lot of people are speculating for the fight between Jake Paul and Mike Tyson, that Mike Tyson's gonna he's like taking a deal to let Jake Paul win. And there's like major, 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 major rules and regulations on the fight to make it so essentially Jake Paul wins. Mike Tyson ain't gonna fucking do that. That motherfucker is gonna
No.
break your jaw. He's going to kill you. You
He
think
ripped a
you're
man's ear
bad.
off.
Like, and like in, I guess their weigh-in or whatever for whenever the fight is supposed to be. I think it's in July. I'm not really sure. They did their weigh-in, and Jake Paul's over here like, oh, and he's like looking at Mike, and Mike's just standing there, and you can tell he wants to leave. And he's like, you think you're bad. I'm gonna break your fucking kneecaps. Like,
The Ball brothers need to be humbled.
they need to be humbled. I don't know why they're still famous after the fucking vlog of them showing someone that committed suicide in Japan.
I don't either. And his
I
apology
never
video was
watched that,
even
but
worse.
like are
Like you can't just apologize for that and then come back from it. No.
Like, what are you doing?
And like I was never a fan of them. They annoyed me from the get-go. But as soon as that video came out, they were immediately blocked on everything. I can't stand them. The only time I unblocked them was to watch the interview with Liam Payne.
Yeah. I just
And we know how that turned out.
speaking of like Vine, like people, I know it's been a minute since we've like actually had this conversation. Like we're off on a tangent, but like speaking of Vine and like people who got famous off of Vine and are influencers, fucking Cole LeBrant. We've talked about him before with all his goddamn gaggle of children. Uh, he just cannot let his wife not be pregnant. I think he's got a breeding kink, if we're being honest here, or he's just really into her being pregnant. I don't know. Maybe he just wants to keep her under his thumb. He's fucking weird. He got famous off of Vine. He was part of a an account called Dem White Boys with a Z, and they did twerking videos.
Yeah.
They did twerking videos. And that's how they got famous. They were shirtless. And I think they also toured. I think they also toured. And then he popped onto YouTube and was trying to get famous. And I think that they're like trying to be more than they are, but they're weird. All they do is like family vlogging. It's weird. They're super religious now. And now I think they're trying to turn the oldest daughter into a cash cow because of her really stupid Taylor Swift song. Like a
Yeah.
love story, like an R song
How do we
release.
feel about the D'Amelios?
The D'Amelios, they sure are trying. They're not succeeding. So Charlie D'Amelio, I think she's pretty cute. She went from dancing to, I don't know, her and her family tried to have a TV show. What the hell kind of reality TV you gonna talk about? What do you do? You just film TikTok videos. And then for her sister to try and like she's got her TikTok account and then she tried to make music and her music is literally fucking awful. And now like Dixie, like you can tell that she is someone that never wanted to be famous and they kind of pushed her into it and she is absolutely miserable and no, I don't think they have any talent. They need to stay influencers and honestly demote their asses. Why do they got millions of followers when they literally don't fucking do anything? They don't do
Dude,
anything.
they don't do anything.
Why are these people getting famous? We make the wrong people famous.
We
And I'm
really
not
do.
saying
That
that to
is,
be like, oh, I should be famous. I don't even give a shit. We do this for fun. We get fucking 12 views.
yeah.
Okay.
We do
It's
this
not
for
a
ourselves.
we do this for ourselves, but like I have issues with it when it's like these people that literally like they're assholes. They have no talent. Like, why are we making them famous? Like, why are they getting attention? Why are they able to make like millions of dollars off of nothing? Like the Kardashians,
Yep. Right? Like they with
celebrities that need to be influencers or demoted farther. The
yeah.
Kardashians.
I mean, in my eyes, they have already been like they are more influencers than like celebrities to me. Like, cause like I don't know what they do.
They don't do anything. They
Yeah.
literally have no talent. They got famous because Chris fucking decided, oh, let's promo because Kim had her sex tape come out with her and Ray J, and she had her 72-day marriage. 72-day marriage? 72-day marriage, something like that, with her dude that was like a football player or some shit. And then she's like, "Oh, we're gonna capitalize off of this." And they're like, "Yeah, our dad is a famous Olympian."
Yeah.
They don't have any talent.
Yeah. Well, I
Kim
know
doesn't do
that
anything except for
yeah.
have an hourglass figure.
Yeah. I know I don't know much about the Jenners, but I know that one of them is a model. And one of them was in line to be an Olympic show jumper. I don't remember who it was.
don't know which one that was. I know Kim, she's got Skims. The thing about like millionaire, billionaire people is that they will just start random ass weird companies to try and keep their money. Like Kendall Jenner starting a tequila company. Tequila. What? So Kim has Skims. Chloe, I don't know what Chloe does. Everybody thinks that the fucking gardener or some shit was her dad. Um, who are the other ones? Courtney. Courtney don't do shit. She's got her kids that she doesn't parent. She hates Scott. He's awful. Her kids are shitheads because she doesn't parent them. And then there's Kendall. Kendall's a model. I don't think she's actually talented. And then there's Kylie. And Kylie blew up because the King Kylie era with her blue hair. And then she got a shitload of work done because we know if she had aged how she was supposed to, she would be a plain Jane ass white girl. But no, she got all the work done. And she says she didn't. She a damn liar. She doesn't even look like the same fucking person. They all blackfish. And now Kylie's got her kids and her makeup brand, which has really fallen off. I don't know if it's popular anymore. I know it was really big in the mid 2010s because of the Kylie lip kits and the matte lipsticks that made everyone's lips look like buttholes.
That's very true. I forgot about that. I can't. I think. I think it was Kendall. If the internet is right, it's usually not, but
Maybe she does have some talent.
maybe. Because I mean, show jumping is not easy. I
I don't even know what that is.
trained to do show jumping for a little bit. I didn't go anywhere. I
Is that
prefer
on a
barrel
horse?
racing. Yes.
Okay. The way that you said it originally, I thought you were talking about like for some reason my brain went to like pole vaulting, like where they and then they go over the pole, and I'm like, she was doing what? She knows how to ride a horse?
Yeah.
All right.
Anyway, because like I tried to I tried to write English writing and do show jumping for a little bit. It didn't work. I preferred barrel racing. I like the saddles. I like the Western saddles, but um, it's not easy. So I mean, props to her. So shoot.
And now look at her walking mediocre runways. Very mediocre.
Hmm.
How sad.
How sad. We make the wrong people famous.
They make the wrong
That
people
is
famous.
that is the takeaway from this episode. All right. And because that is the takeaway from this episode, we are going to end it because I'm tired. It's my bedtime. It's 10 o'clock.
It's
For
11
me.
o'clock for
It's
me.
11 for you. So you go watch your episode of Heartland. I will do something. I don't know. I'll figure it out. Maybe I'll go to bed. I don't know. I gotta get ready for bed. Anyway, thank you for listening / watching this episode of Narrative Notions, and we will see you in the next episode. Goodbye.
Goodbye.